You're the best because you're from Hope's room. That's why. You guys know what's going on. How are you today, Kyle?
Hey, good, CJ. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. Good to see you today. Well,
You
hear you
too.
today. I guess I can say thank you. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through this. Yeah, I'll just go through it and you tell me. I think you said maybe there is one thing that didn't resonate or something. Maybe we'll see.
So
Okay.
I would say most of it does, specifically to the person, but part of it actually relates to me.
Oh, okay. So that would make sense as well. So they could be bringing stuff up specifically for some reason, or just to confirm that it is you.
And it's actually kind of funny. And that's what I was saying about the belt loop thing.
Oh yeah, really? I know
Yep.
that was such a specific thing that I was like, okay, that's why when you said it might not resonate, I was like, oh well, I
As
don't
soon
know
as you
now.
said it, I started laughing. I'm like, I bet you this one's for me.
Oh my gosh. And we said that I said that last time. I was like, I wonder when Kyle's spirits are gonna like kind of
Yep.
creep in. Okay, so I'm also getting that this is starting to feel like a father energy. It would be like a father-like energy to you is what I'm getting.
Yep.
Okay. And then so I'm getting males 60s 60s feels significant but not the date. Am I right about that or
So when he passed, he was in his 60s.
oh, he was in his 60s.
Yep.
Okay. Hmm. That's interesting. All right. So, and then, so very like at first he came across like stern, but then you realized he was just like a straight to the point type of guy. And then he would start to like really like observe the room, as he like, it was in an environment type of situation.
Yeah. So when we were growing up, my dad was, I guess, kind of hard on us growing up. He was kind of the older generation built, like some things I guess I can't say on TikTok Live, but
Yeah.
he was a little harder on us and to make sure that we grew up and listened the way we were supposed to.
Mhm.
But then if you looked at him from the outside, he looked calm as could be. In fact, when you were saying that he would sit and watch the environment, we had a bench that we found on the side of the road that his dad rebuilt and painted for him. And he sat on our front porch and would drink beer and watch all the people walk by, all the cars go by, watch the sky and the planes and all of that, and watch us running out in the yard.
Wow. Yeah, he very much showed that to me. Yeah, just like observed, like, yeah, I felt that very much so. So that is quite wild to hear that story. Thank you for that. And I'm sorry for your loss as well.
Thank you.
Um, and then so I'm curious about this pants thing, the pant loop thing. I couldn't quite figure it out if it was something hanging on the pant loop. I knew that it had to deal with two pant loops, I think, but I could be wrong about that.
So in the last week, I started having issues because I have an older belt and part of it ripped on the side. So when I go to pull my belt through, it hooks on the two end belt loops.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Yeah, I couldn't figure that's why I said sewn together too, because I could not figure it out for the life of me. And so it feels like to him, his world was like really, like the environment was really loud. It felt kind of tense, but it did just feel kind of like on the go as well. And like I said, it felt like he really like compartmentalized his like emotions really well and just, like it didn't really affect him what was going on in the environment.
Yeah, so when he the last couple of years he was alive, he worked at a paper industry in the paper industry, working on paper machines because that's kind of what we're big for up here in Wisconsin.
Oh.
And so it's a really loud environment. But then also like even around our house, there'd be loud cars and machinery and planes going by. So it was always some sort of loudness going on around. But even in like a lot of the chaos that was going on, he was still able to manage his emotions and make sure like because he ended up training a lot of people at his job too. So even though he'd be mad at his work, he still figured out a way to put that aside so he could train the next people that were coming in to be able to run the machines.
That's awesome. Good for him. So that explains why he definitely did like sitting in silence when he could, huh?
Yes, yes, he loves sitting on that bench.
Okay. And then so the brown his hair was brown and then it got like salt peppery as he got closer to when he passed.
Yeah, so actually his hair changed colors within the last few months of his life. He
Oh
used to
wow.
have like super dark brown hair, and then as so he passed in June, and in April when we had our pictures for Easter, he had his regular color hair and everything, and then we had my baby shower for my daughter in May, and he had like his beard went white, the front of his hair had gone gray.
Oh my
So
goodness.
he
Yeah.
changed. It was like he aged right before our eyes.
Holy crap. Thank you, Shauna. Oh my God. Yeah, it's crazy sometimes, like how quick people go, like just like how fast it progresses type of deal. I am so sorry. That's always a scary thing to say. See, I saw my friend go through that. So was August or March relevant? I know, I think you said a J one and
Well,
then.
they both are. So August is my mom's birth month, and then March is my sister's birth month.
Ah, gotcha. And I kept trying to stray away from both of those because I keep using those and they're just always like dragging me back. Like, no, you better say this.
Yep.
And was it something with his heart that made him eventually pass away?
Yeah. So he had congestive heart failure.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because that's what he kind of just like finished everything up for, like up with was that, they'll lead me through their story and then tell me about their death. That's why I usually like sometimes it'll take me longer, but he did a really good job like getting me there. So he was it would tell me, yeah, good at training people.
Yep.
That's crazy. I just got goosebumps at that thought. Wow. Okay, so I was asking him like why he came through, and it feels like he never really said like he was proud of you enough, and that's something that he's saying right now. I know that you said it was kind of a rocky relationship, so that's kind of vague, so I am gonna try to get more.
Yeah, that was. It's funny you mentioned that because there's a song I listen to, um, and it's by Montgomery Gentry, or not Montgomery Gentry, John Michael Montgomery,
Hmm.
and it's Letters from Home, and in a part of it, it's where the son is away in the military, and the dad finally sends him a letter and says, "I know I don't say much, but I'm so proud of you." And that was one thing my dad never really told me.
Oh my gosh. Well, he's definitely saying it now. I didn't realize it would mean that much, but that's why I said, oh, it might be vague. I'm still gonna try to get more, but they just tell me what to say and I just say it. And that is
Well,
like,
and it hits even harder right now because he was one of my biggest bowling supporters.
oh,
And 2 weeks ago, at the house he used to bowl in, I shot my first ever 300 ever. Well, I've had multiple 300s, but my first one there. And then
oh,
I just shot another one on this past Tuesday with an 800 series.
oh my gosh. Well, that's probably why he's saying I'm proud of you too. And then said, of course that he didn't say it enough, but that's super, just a two-part little thing of like, because it feels like he was also saying he was proud of your job, or I don't, it felt like a new job, honestly, but I couldn't completely decipher what he was
I
saying.
moved to a new position at my job, which is
Oh,
dismantling parts off of cars and stripping cars at the salvage yard I work at.
okay. And then did you have any questions for him or me or anything?
Just I would be curious to know if he's there with my daughter, just watching over her to try and keep her safe.
Yes, he is. Is she did she pass away when she was like a teenager?
No,
No. Hmm. Would she be a teenager now, maybe?
no, she's 3 right now. But
Oh,
um,
watching over her alive. I see.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, for sure. Is there a younger female that would make sense that would be with him?
So I don't know the truth behind it, and it's kind of a touchy subject. But
Okay.
when I was in high school, I dated this girl, and supposedly she was pregnant and had an abortion. And that child would have been in their teens.
Okay, gotcha. So that's why. Sorry, sometimes I get that mixed up. It's hard for me to tell when, like, if I misinterpret someone's trying to say it's someone that's alive. So I apologize
Nope,
about
that's
that.
okay.
But no, he is definitely watching over. I mean, come on, he's watching your bowling.
Yeah.
He's definitely watching over her. So and you as well. They very much stick around to instill stuff into us that they couldn't instill in us when they were here on Earth for, whatever reasons of, man-made Earth type of, or whatever the construct of Earth, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm getting too deep with this, but
Right.
hmm. I'm trying to see if he has like a specific message for your daughter, or just like I know you said she's 3, so for
Yeah.
like you in general. Does she seem like she's like artsy?
She likes to draw a lot. Yeah.
He says embrace that.
Okay.
And I definitely encourage that as well. So he's a very smart guy. He really is because I'm also an artist, so he knows. He's like, you're the one to tell him embrace it, because I know when people don't embrace it. I mean, you can get far as a kid, with that sort of thing, especially these days.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, okay. Any more questions for me, Kyle? Or
I think I'm good.
okay, well, it was a pleasure to have you. I'm so grateful to have you pulled up here for a first time. I really appreciate your time, and I hope you have a good day. And
Well, one more thing. The reason why it blew me off that it was actually him was when you made the comment, oh, if you think about the person you would like to come through, and instantly I started talking to him. I'm like, hey, Dad, this is your chance. Come through, say hi.
I love that. I love that. And I have been wondering about that. Thank you, Crystal. I have been wondering about that because when I used to not be at when I wasn't practicing mediumship, I would be in mediums rooms, and that's what I'd always do. I'd like just say, come on, come through, come through. I know you can come through type of deal. So, and that makes sense because guess what? That he came in like, that's why I was like, he like came in quick, and like that's why I was like, oh, stern energy, and I was like, oh, okay, like feeling it out. It was very strong. So good job, Kyle. That says a lot about you and just your path of being a good person. So,
well, awesome. I appreciate it.
yeah, no problem.